Yo, what is up, guys? It's me, Eve, again here, talking about Jujutsu Kaisen Phantom Parade JP version. Unfortunately, this is not out on global yet, but it's gonna come out somewhat in future, especially with global speedrunning that shit so fast that we're gonna get this buff very quickly. So today we actually got a buff on a lot of characters. Don't get me wrong, but I'm gonna tell about the most characters I'm interested in. It's Yuta and Maki. Finally, a Maki good buff for Maki has happened, bro. Maki's finally viable. So let's see Yuta first. Yuta first because I'm even more excited for Maki's, because Maki's my favorite character in JJK, and I'm so happy that she actually getting some love. Maybe she's not gonna be as OP as Yuta and Gojo, but she's at least gonna be decent now. That's fucking good. So first of all, passive. Nothing changed here. Now we'll get to the kit, his skills. Skill 1, 120 melee damage, 175.5 melee damage. This is a very good buff. Like, it's not like maybe 10% or 20%. This is fucking 175 now. That's a lot of damage there. Now we have a second skill. Now it was dealing 90% Jujutsu damage and resistance by 15% for the enemies for 2 turns, depending on your Jujutsu, and enemy remaining HP instantly kills the enemy. Deal 113 Jujutsu damage to all enemies, depending on how much own Jujutsu energy has when the skill is active. It additionally increases Jujutsu damage by up to 90 fucking percent. Max increase at 60 cursed energy. This is a huge buff. Not only just adjustment to the damage of the whole AoE attack, but for it even can get even stronger there. It's not the end there. Increase all enemies Jujutsu damage received by 14%. So this is not the same. It was resistance. Now it increases the received damage here for 2 turns, depending on how much own has when the skill is active. Increase Jujutsu damage received by up to 35%. Again, this is gonna be buffing him so hard. This is crazy. Depending on own Jujutsu, the enemy's remaining HP instantly, this is the same. Okay. Third skill, before the adjustments, it's deals combined damage equal to 80%, 110, and 100%, and 150% to the selected enemy for hits. Okay. Now if we go here, this is like what I'm talking about when they do a little bit of adjustments. Taijutsu jumped to 1%. Jujutsu, for some reason it's 0.1% less. I don't know if that is gonna even make any difference. Like, what's the point of that one? 4% buff on Taijutsu and 150.0.2 buff on the Jujutsu again. I actually have no idea why they even did this, because I don't know if this is gonna change a lot. Anything, at least to my knowledge, is probably not gonna change anything. But ultimate, so if you see here, 1000 damage, Taijutsu 20%, Jujutsu 20%, and is enabled for 4 turns. Here nothing changed, unfortunately, but we'll definitely be happy if they removed this shit, because 4 turns, nah, this is kind of bullshit. I think they need to delete this thing and just leave this one, because there's so many OP characters, re- like taking out this one will not change anything about Yuta. He's gonna be just a little, he's gonna be stronger, obviously, because he can now get at least more ultis throughout the game, throughout the match, I guess. But still, it's not gonna change like a big, it's gonna not gonna be a big deal too much. I think they can definitely like remove this one and there's not gonna be any problems. Now auto skills, they have actually not changed this first two, but they changed the third one. Not the, I guess, yeah, third one, zone outburst. So now it says increase own Jujutsu damage by 20% 3 turns when Black Flash is performed. So he's got a lot, Yuta actually got a lot of buffs for himself, especially with his second ability. Now the second ability is actually very good. Before that, you would usually like go level up his first skill, third skill, ultimate, and you would forget about even using the second one. But now second one seems like a very, very strong one there. A very strong AoE attack as well. Maybe not the best in the game, but still it's somewhere out there, very good. At least it's usable now, you know. Before that it was pretty shit. But let's go to Maki. Maki actually received such a great buff. I think she's not in the like the lowest tier now. I think she should be much more up, maybe at least in B. We'll definitely see how far she can get with this buff. Nothing changed in her passives, I guess. Now we can see before this, this was 100, this first skill, deal 100 taijutsu. Now it's 120 taijutsu to the selected enemy. Okay, a small buff, nothing crazy there. Okay, this was deal 90 taijutsu and decrease the selected taijutsu damage by 30% only one turn. Now it's 93, nothing of like nothing of a big deal there, and the same decrease as it was before. Nothing big here, unfortunately. Now Swirl, her third skill, deal 70% taijutsu to all enemies. This is AoE attack. Now it does 149% taijutsu to all enemies, but with a cooldown of 2 turns. This is I don't know why they added cooldown. Like, even without cooldown, she would not be OP. Like, I think they should have. This was a good adjustment. Cooldown, maybe not so much. Maybe 1 turn would be okay, but 2 turns, I don't think it's that it was that important to actually put it. Because, like, while you can't use it for 2 turns, you would just use this one before 2 turns in a row. It would be 140. So, like, what's the point of this time stuff then? I don't actually understand why they implement this stuff for characters sometimes. This is not actually like a very big buff. 10% there. Again, her ultimate didn't change at all, unfortunately. Oh no, it actually changed. I forgot. Yes, the buff here, she deals now a 551% over 480. So not a bad one. It's not like 20% or 10% buff. It's actually a decent buff. Thank you, at least for that. But now the most important stuff, what changed about Maki, is her auto skill. And this is insane. See this? The amount of text here is like nothing. So they changed it a little bit here. They buffed like for a few percents. Now she was 15 now. And now, holy shit, the text here is gone up so fast. At the start of the battle, recover own HP by 2% each turn, reduce own damage received by 8% at the start of the turn. increase your own taijutsu damage. The more enemies in the wave, the greater the damage boost. One enemy 21%, two enemies 42, 370 fucking 5, and 4 123%. Holy shit. On the first round she gets 123% if there is 4 enemies there. This is crazy, bro. 123% is very big, especially if you combine it with your AoE attack. Now it will deal like almost 300% damage. That's very strong. Maybe it's not like as crazy as, you know, Yuta's and Gojo's, but still it's a very good buff, and we love to see it for sure. Especially I am, as a Maki fan, I definitely love to see it. I want to see more of her buffs. I think they should at least make her an A-tier character, her standard version, because she needs more love. This is insane, but this is a good start. We got a buff here. This is a very good stuff. She can finally be usable for maybe in some types of situations, or maybe if you just got her randomly in the start of the game while it's lower level characters, you can easily use her. That's not bad at all. Okay, and her last one is early bird gets the worm. Unfortunately, I don't think there is any changes. Oh, they actually added something. At the start of each wave, increase own taijutsu by 10%, and here at the start of each wave, increase your own taijutsu by 10%, own critical hit rate by 20%. So they added the critical hit rate 20%. So she's now kinda scales of crit as well. We can guess maybe like in domain investigation, when there is, for example, on the last boss, you can give 50% more critical hit rate. Combined with this is 70%. Not a bad one. I think it's a decent one. Overall, Maki buff is good. It's actually good that we are getting Maki buffed and other characters buffed as well. It's very good to see some love for those characters that are like lower tier and no one actually uses them. I love that, to see that. Maybe we'll even test Maki out if I get her on JP version while I'm gonna summon for Yuta. If I get her, that would be a good test to do as well. Other than this, thanks a lot for watching again. Please like, subscribe, comment under the video how you feel about the Maki, Yuta, maybe other characters. There's like Gero, Togi, a lot of like different characters, Nanami, Yuji, all of those characters got buffed as well, but they're not so interested as Yuta and Maki for me, so I'm not doing on them. But other than this, have a nice day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.